Hello, my classy ladies. We often obsess over physical beauty, but true magnetism comes from character. There is nothing more captivating than a woman who makes you feel seen, valued, and safe. Today, we are exploring 8 behavioral habits that bypass the eyes and capture the heart, making you instantly irresistible. Let us begin. Habit 1. Active listening without interrupting. The first habit is a rare and precious gift in our modern, distracted world. The art of active listening without interrupting. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. They are merely waiting for their turn to speak, mentally rehearsing their next sentence while the other person is still talking. This creates a disconnect. It makes the conversation feel like a competition rather than a connection. When you master the discipline of true deep listening, you become the most attractive person in the room, because you make the speaker feel like the only person in the room. Active listening is a whole-body experience. It is not just about keeping your mouth shut. It is about orienting your entire being towards the other person. It involves turning your torso to face them, nodding gently to encourage them, and using micro-expressions to show that you are emotionally in sync with their story. It is the absence of the phone. In 2026, putting your phone away, out of sight and out of hand, while someone is speaking is the ultimate compliment. It says, "You are more important than anything else in my digital world right now." This level of focus is intoxicating. It satisfies the deepest human hunger, the hunger to be heard and witnessed. The without interrupting part is the hardest discipline to master. We often interrupt because we get excited, or because we think we can finish the other person's sentence, or because we want to show that we relate. Oh, that happened to me too. But even well-intentioned interruptions break the flow. They steal the spotlight. They tell the speaker, "My thought is more urgent than yours." The attractive woman practices the 2-second pause. When the other person finishes speaking, she counts to 2 in her head before she responds. This pause does 2 things. It ensures the person is truly finished. Often the most vulnerable, truth comes after the initial pause, and it shows that she is digesting what was said rather than just reacting. In a dating context, this is lethal. A man will fall in love with a woman who listens to him because it validates his existence. In a professional context, it commands respect. The boss who listens is the boss who is followed. By cultivating the habit of silence and attention, you project an air of confidence. You show that you are secure enough to let others shine. You do not need to dominate the airwaves to be significant. Your presence is enough. And that quiet, receptive confidence is the definition of magnetism. Habit 2. Maintaining warm and consistent eye contact. The second habit is the gateway to the soul. Maintaining warm and consistent eye contact. The eyes are the primary tool of nonverbal communication. They transmit energy, intent, and emotion faster than words ever could. A woman who cannot hold eye contact often appears shifty, insecure, or disinterested. Conversely, a woman who holds eye contact with ease appears confident, honest, and deeply engaged. However, there is a fine line between a warm gaze and a creepy stare. And navigating this line is the secret to attractiveness. The goal is soft focus. You are not drilling a hole into their skull. You are resting your eyes on theirs. Imagine you are looking at a beautiful painting or a sunset. Your gaze is appreciative and relaxed. A technique often used by charismatic individuals is the sticky eyes method. When you are talking to someone, do not break eye contact the moment you finish your sentence. Instead, let your gaze linger for just a fraction of a second longer than feels natural before looking away. This creates a subconscious feeling of attachment. It signals that you are reluctant to disconnect from them. Eye contact triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, in both the giver and the receiver. It physically changes the chemistry of the interaction. When you look someone in the eye, you are essentially saying, "I see you. I am not afraid of you. I am with you." It builds trust instantly. In a social setting, making eye contact with someone across the room can be a powerful invitation. It is a silent conversation before the first word is spoken. But it is not just about looking. It is about the warmth behind the look. You can look at someone with judgment, or you can look at them with curiosity. The attractive woman looks with benevolence. She allows her eyes to smile, which we will discuss later. She uses her eyes to validate the other person. If they are telling a sad story, her eyes soften with empathy. If they are telling a joke, her eyes sparkle with anticipation. Her eyes are the mirror of the conversation. Consistency is key, but so is the break. Staring 100% of the time is aggressive. The ideal ratio is roughly 70-30, maintaining eye contact 70% of the time, especially when listening, and looking away 30% of the time, usually when thinking or speaking. When you do look away, look to the side or up, as if gathering your thoughts. Looking down can signal submission or shame. Looking over their shoulder signals boredom, or that you are looking for someone better to talk to, which is the ultimate insult. Habit 3. Practicing genuine gratitude daily. The third habit is an internal shift that radiates outwardly, the practice of genuine gratitude. At first glance, gratitude might seem like a private spiritual discipline, irrelevant to how attractive you appear to others. But in reality, gratitude changes your entire vibration. A person who lives in a state of gratitude emits an energy of abundance, joy, and lightness. A person who lives in a state of complaint emits an energy of scarcity, bitterness, and heaviness. We are naturally repelled by heaviness and drawn to lightness. Gratitude changes your facial expressions. When you are grateful, your face is relaxed. Your brow is smooth. Your mouth rests in a slight smile. You look open. When you are critical or entitled, your face holds tension. You might squint, frown, or hold your jaw tight. Over time, these habitual expressions etch themselves into your features. A grateful woman literally ages better because she is not carrying the weight of the world on her face. This habit is about vocalizing appreciation. It is about being the person who says thank you and means it. It is about noticing the small things. The waiter who refilled your water, the friend who sent a text, the beauty of a sunny day, and acknowledging them. When you compliment others and express gratitude for their presence, you make them feel good about themselves. And psychology tells us that people like us, not because of how great we are, but because of how great we make them feel. Furthermore, a grateful mindset eliminates the toxic habit of complaining. Constant complaining is one of the most unattractive traits a person can have. It drains the energy of the room. It frames the complainer as a victim. The attractive woman frames herself as the protagonist of a blessed life. If things go wrong, she looks for the lesson or the silver lining. This resilience is incredibly sexy. It shows that she is emotionally robust and not easily defeated by minor inconveniences. Gratitude also signals a lack of entitlement. The entitled woman expects the world to serve her and is angry when it doesn't. The grateful woman expects nothing and is delighted by everything. This humility is charming. It makes her approachable. It makes people want to do things for her because they know their efforts will be recognized and appreciated. To cultivate this, start a gratitude journal, but also practice active gratitude in conversation. Instead of gossiping or venting, share something good that happened to you. Ask others what the highlight of their week was. Steer the conversation towards the positive. This does not mean toxic positivity where you ignore real pain. It means choosing where to place your focus. When you practice gratitude, you become a source of light. You become the person everyone wants to sit next to at dinner because your energy is uplifting. You become a magnet for good things because you are constantly acknowledging them. It shifts your aura from needy to fulfilled. And a woman who is fulfilled, who needs nothing because she already appreciates what she has, is the most desirable woman in the world. Habit 4. Being kind to service workers. The fourth habit is the ultimate litmus test of character, being kind to service workers. There is an old saying, if someone is nice to you but rude to the waiter, they are not a nice person. This is profoundly true. How you treat people who can do nothing for you, or people who are in a subordinate role in that moment, reveals your true soul. It strips away the social mask you wear for your peers and superiors and shows your heart. Attractiveness is deeply linked to empathy and lack of arrogance. A woman who snaps her fingers at a server, rolls her eyes at a cashier, or ignores the cleaner is displaying a fundamental ugliness. She is signaling that she believes her status makes her superior to others. She is signaling that she lacks basic human decency. This is a massive red flag in dating and friendship. It suggests that her kindness is transactional. She is only nice when she wants something. Conversely, the woman who treats the busboy with the same respect she treats the CEO is displaying integrity. She looks the barista in the eye, smiles, and asks how their day is. She says, "Please," and "Thank you." She is patient if the order is wrong. She leaves a generous tip, not for show, but out of appreciation for the labor. This behavior signals that she is secure. She does not need to put others down to lift herself up. She recognizes the humanity in everyone. This habit makes you incredibly attractive because it creates an atmosphere of safety. If a partner sees you treating a stranger with kindness, they subconsciously know that you will treat them with kindness too, even when things get difficult. It shows that you have a regulated emotional system. You don't take your bad day out on the innocent receptionist. Furthermore, it shows observation skills. You notice the people around you. You are not living in a bubble of self-importance. You see the effort it takes to run a restaurant or clean a hotel room. This awareness suggests high emotional intelligence. In a group setting, being the one who defends or acknowledges the service worker makes you a leader. If a friend is being rude to a waiter and you gently correct the energy by being extra kind, you demonstrate moral courage. You set the standard for the table. This habit is not about being a pushover. You can be firm if service is bad, but you can be firm and polite simultaneously. You never lose your dignity by losing your temper with someone who is just doing their job. Class is defined by how you make people feel. The elegant woman leaves a trail of warmth behind her. The service staff are happy to see her return, not because she spends the most money, but because she treats them like equals. That grace is the height of sophistication. Habit 5. Smiling with your eyes. The fifth habit is a specific physiological cue that differentiates a fake facade from genuine warmth, the Duchenne smile, or smiling with your eyes. We have all seen the polite smile. The mouth curves up, but the eyes remain dead or cold. This is often called the Pan Am smile, after the flight attendants. It reads as insincere, forced, or even hiding hostility. It triggers a warning bell in the primitive brain of the observer. This person is masking something. The Duchenne smile, named after the French anatomist who identified it, involves the involuntary contraction of the orbicularis oculi muscle, which raises the cheeks and forms crow's feet or crinkles around the eyes. This muscle is extremely difficult to control voluntarily. Therefore, when someone sees crinkles around your eyes, their brain instantly registers the smile as authentic. It signals true joy, true amusement, or true affection. To be instantly more attractive, you must learn to smile with your whole face. This cannot be faked easily, so it requires you to actually feel the emotion you are projecting. It requires you to find the genuine humor in the situation or the genuine pleasure in meeting someone. It is about dropping the cool mask and allowing yourself to be expressive. A woman who smiles with her eyes lights up the room. She looks approachable. She looks like she is having fun, and fun is contagious. People want to be around those who enjoy life. The cool, detached, unsmiling model look might look good in a magazine, but in real life, it looks bored and unfriendly. Warmth is always more magnetic than coolness. This habit also makes you look younger. While women often worry about eye wrinkles, crow's feet, studies have shown that these specific lines are viewed as positive indicators. They are happy lines. They soften the face. A frozen, Botoxed face that cannot crinkle at the eyes can sometimes look uncanny or inaccessible. The movement of the face is what creates charm. Practicing this involves checking in with your internal state. If you are smiling only to be polite, try to find one thing about the person or the moment that you genuinely like. Focus on that. Let the feeling rise up to your eyes. Let your cheeks lift. Allow yourself to look a little bit silly if necessary. This habit also applies to listening. When you are listening to someone, keep a micro smile in your eyes, a look of soft encouragement. It encourages the speaker to keep going. It validates them. It says, "I am enjoying you." Ultimately, the Duchenne smile is the universal signal of safety. It disarms people. It breaks down walls. It is the most powerful weapon in your charm arsenal because it is the one thing that cannot be manufactured by AI or plastic surgery. It comes from the spark of life within you. Habit 6. Owning your mistakes with grace. The sixth habit is a display of profound emotional maturity. Owning your mistakes with grace. In a culture that encourages defensiveness, gaslighting, and the shifting of blame, the woman who says, "I was wrong," and "I am sorry," stands out as a beacon of strength. Many people mistakenly believe that apologizing is a sign of weakness or submission. They think that to be attractive and high status, they must never admit fault. The opposite is true. The inability to apologize is a sign of a fragile ego. It signals that your self-worth is so brittle that it cannot survive the admission of imperfection. This is deeply unattractive. It creates drama and conflict. It makes resolution impossible. The attractive woman knows that she is human and therefore fallible. When she messes up, whether she is late, she forgot a promise, or she snapped at someone, she owns it immediately. She does not make excuses. She does not say, "I'm sorry, but you made me do it." She says, "I apologize, that was my fault. Here is how I will fix it." This accountability is incredibly sexy. It signals confidence. It shows that you are secure enough to look at your own flaws without crumbling. It builds trust. When you own your mistakes, people know they can rely on your version of reality. They know you are honest. Owning your mistakes with grace means not overdoing the apology either. You do not need to grovel. You do not need to beat yourself up publicly or beg for forgiveness. That is also unattractive because it forces the other person to comfort you. The elegant apology is swift, sincere, and focused on repair. It is dignity in action. For example, if you spill a drink on someone, you don't cry and make a scene about how clumsy you are. You look them in the eye, say, "I am so terribly sorry. Let me get some sparkling water to get that out, and please send me the dry cleaning bill." You handle it, you fix it, you move on. Habit 7. Displaying passion for your hobbies. The seventh habit is the antidote to being boring. Displaying genuine passion for your hobbies and interests. There is nothing more attractive than seeing someone light up when they talk about something they love. It could be gardening, coding, 19th century literature, motorcycles, or baking sourdough bread. The subject matter is irrelevant. The enthusiasm is everything. When you have passions outside of your work and your relationships, you become a three-dimensional person. You signal that you have a rich inner life. You are not looking for a partner or a friend to fill a void in your soul. You are already full. This autonomy is highly desirable. It takes the pressure off others to entertain you. Passion signals competence. When you are deep into a hobby, you usually know a lot about it. Intelligence and mastery are sexy. Watching a woman speak with authority and excitement about a niche topic reveals her intellect and her dedication. It shows she has the capacity to commit to something and see it through. Furthermore, passion gives you a glow. When you talk about what you love, your voice becomes more melodic, your hands gesture more, and your eyes shine. You become animated. This energy is infectious. It draws people in. They want to know why you love it so much. They want to experience a piece of that joy. Many people suppress their passions because they fear being judged as nerdy or weird. The attractive woman owns her weirdness. She does not dim her light to fit in. She shares her excitement without apology. She invites others into her world. This habit also ensures that you always have something to talk about. Small talk dies quickly, but passion is an endless well of conversation. It allows you to teach others something new. It makes you memorable. "Oh, that's the girl who knows everything about constellations." Having hobbies also makes you less available, which acts as a psychological trigger for attraction. If you are busy on Tuesday nights because you have your pottery class, your time becomes more valuable. You are not just sitting by the phone waiting for a text. You are out in the world creating and learning. Ultimately, passion is a sign of vitality. It shows that you are engaged with life. You are curious, you are a learner, and a woman who is in love with life is a woman that everyone falls in love with. Habit 8, keeping commitments and being reliable. The eighth and final habit is the bedrock of reputation. Keeping commitments and being reliable. In an age of flaking, ghosting, and maybe, the woman who does what she says she will do is a unicorn. She stands out immediately. Reliability is the ultimate form of respect. It tells people, I value your time as much as I value my own. When you say you will be there at 7 o'clock, be there at 7 o'clock. When you promise to send an email, send it. When you make a plan, stick to it. This consistency builds a reputation of integrity. People know they can count on you. In a chaotic world, reliability is a luxury. It provides a sense of stability and safety that is deeply attractive. Flakiness, on the other hand, signals selfishness. It suggests that you only follow through if you feel like it in the moment. It signals that your word is meaningless. If you break small promises, like being on time, people subconsciously assume you will break big promises, like fidelity or loyalty. Being reliable also means having boundaries. It means saying no when you cannot do something, rather than saying yes to please someone and then canceling later. The attractive woman protects her word. She is careful with her yes so that she never has to use her no at the last minute. This habit requires organization and discipline. It means managing your calendar and your energy. It shows that you are an adult who acts with intention, not a child who acts on impulse. Reliability creates trust, and trust is the foundation of all attraction. You cannot be truly attracted to someone you do not trust. When you are reliable, you allow people to relax around you. They don't have to worry or double check. They can lean on you. This character trait transcends looks. You can be the most beautiful woman in the world, but if you are always late and always canceling, your beauty fades very quickly in the eyes of others. But if you are the woman who shows up, who helps out, and who honors her commitments, your beauty deepens with time. You become indispensable. You become the high-value woman that everyone wants in their life, not just for a moment, but for the long haul. True beauty is not painted on. It is acted out. By cultivating these 8 habits, you bypass the superficial and connect directly with the hearts of those around you. You become not just a face to admire, but a soul to cherish. If you enjoyed this guide to inner magnetism, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay classy.